Hello, good evening, and welcome to episode number 89 of Trophy Hunting. I am Stick, your bad driver for the evening. Let's get into the action. Putting past things to claim, not sure why. Let's claim. Okay, quite useful towards this trophy. Hope everyone is good. Continuing with my team momentarily. Three items. Upgrade our tech level. With a trophy for getting 250 on that. I'll slowly work towards that. As we go. Sticker on this year's car, which is a shame. Sorry for the compendium taken out. Let's get on to Azerbaijan. Two-thirds of the way through the season. Let's see how we do here. Of course, need to make a load of money so we can bring in at least Callie for next year. And Michael as well. Development. Just a massive shame. I realised early enough that we were going to struggle to gain the two drivers that we currently have. For us to keep them for next year. It's 17, so it will be Callie's turn to have us drive for her. Right, I don't know how long this stream is going to be. My throat isn't great tonight, as you may be able to tell. We'll definitely be going for as long as I can be bothered to. We can get 4 races, not 4 hours, definitely. Get 4 races in a minimum of an hour and a half. It's going to be a wet race, though. Mark, Jeff, or whatever his name's going to be this week alludes to. Time for that. Do the good fuel saving attempt. We didn't have enough time to do this tyre wear. Which will do us nicely. Of course, we're doing quick practice 4 or 3 sessions before taking the wheel for qualifying and the race. That said, I do need to change the stream title. Definitely isn't the 11th race, the SRL, which did take place this past Sunday. I wasn't here for Silverstone around 12 last night, but there are plenty of the SRL guys' channels that you can go and see the action on, including AFCB Nick, who had the offboard for last night's race. try for this last one. Everything done this weekend, wow. 10 of the 15 completed. $7 billion resource points. Our first driving this evening.
And a warm welcome here ahead of qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Normally these streets are lined with vehicles.
Yep. Unfortunately, this is the other SRL race that I'm missing. This is the 100. Last night's Austria race in a couple of weeks. Usually some carnage happening somewhere in this. Well ahead of Leclerc, so it's easy. You can see this a little bit, especially into the castle. If we can build the gap sharp. Really stupid in that section. We're heading to the corner where I'm often stupid. Down our left hand, we'll take the bollard out. If we're not careful, the bollard will overtake us. It's the braking zone. Oh, the chicane. The longest straight on the calendar, I believe. Across the line, just inside the 44th.
We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Come on, Nightbat, wake up.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out.
And away we go, I believe. The term is. Let's pin that trophy progress from the start of the stream to the channel. There's that PSN profiles link to the trophy that I require. Which as this loads up, I'll let you know we have 26 of the 47 on game. 1 gold, 5 silver and 20 bronze. So I might as well look at. Well, this takes forever. So we need to reach maximum loyalty for the title sponsor. Advance the phase forward with any facility. Discover 5 secondary sponsors. Maximum loyalty with a secondary sponsor. Secure a sponsor contract after proposing a more favourable counter offer. Secure a driver after proposing a counter offer. Complete the season on my team.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square.
That's not too
And
bad.
alongside me today is...
Weather-wise, looks more winters than wet.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can...
Knocking some of the other stuff off. As we go. Temporarily up to 4th. To see in the top 5 with us. Of course, no points the fastest lap on this year's game. Done away with it in real life. There's the corner that goes to the right there rather than the left. 3 in 1 piece. That's the wall stick. Obvious damage. Into a car. Offering out a nice comfortable lead here. So I'm not getting around the corner. Gotta be careful through the chicane, which becomes actual corners. And the track is damp. Get round the corner. Tap the walls to go around. Proper rallying around these corners. It's hard enough without the rain. Never mind with it. What I'm comfortable with is when I've got the car straight and I can hit the throttle. Yeah, we can punch out the corner. Go in a straight line again. We get to braking zones that are a problem. Confidence goes a little bit. That's a better way of doing it. I'll dive into the first part of the S and power as we go. The field now. It's a massive bonus. Not all driving particularly well. quite happy when this race is over there. That's the wall again. Hopefully there's no damage. The line's pretty much on the corner now. Just a bit further away from the apex with the left hand.
Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Sub 2 minutes finally.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 12.3 seconds.
Yep, he's in fifth. You can see it, Jeff, it's fine. I should tell you the position where the teammate is, especially if you can't see him in the top corner. Far away off and then the then again. Callie will have too many points from the races we aren't driving as a. Look at that in the post race. Which game I'm going to play on next week's stream. See what we can get for that. And this is episode number 90. The track getting drier, or I might get my eye.
Final lap of the race, final lap.
Probably the latter. I think it'll soon be done from this circuit. Too far of the season to go, to be honest. I managed to be over that left-hander 5 times without doing damage, which I think is on. Don't quote me on that one. There we go, problem free opener.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Woo! Yes!
Callie also driver of the day. Well deserved.
Callie makes history
need
The
to watch
faith
the podium. We've got a few of those this season. Lots of XP.
It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
The next race probably Crofty. Finances. We get a bit of a bonus. Of course, going to improve the fan rating slightly. It's just 7 more races to go. So we'll probably complete that in the next session of F125 we do. Question is, what do we want to do with Ocon? Don't know what we want to do. Whether we want to try and secure him now or look down the line towards him. Questions. I don't think we can afford to do any of the facilities. See what Ocon wants. Go from there. Should really take a note. The thing is, I think we can afford to do that. We've got enough on the engineering because that is near to, if not over 300. Fan rating, we definitely hit level 5. Vehicle performance ranking. What's the top 4 car? Not entirely sure where we are with that. Well, of course, do the celebrations. And do the sponsor outreach and fan outreach. Long term, they will offer us a chance for money. Or, of course, looking at the merch department. As you can see, the engineering we have over 300. Right, where is our what is that car looking like? Nope. Progress history. So I think that puts us as the 6th best car. The dotted line. Red Bull. We've got Mercedes, we've got Ferrari. McLaren and Aston roughly together. So we need to jump both of them with a car. Not going to be able to do that, I don't think. That could be a problem.
Boss, need to make you aware of something. Another team has made an approach for one of the drivers we're talking to. It's hard to say how far it's gone, but if you're serious about signing them, I'd advise moving quickly. You can find more details in the driver contract screen.
Let's have a look. I can see now we cannot get that at all. Fan rating isn't going up quick enough. Our vehicle ranking isn't going to go up quick enough.
Okay, set. Now we wait. Hopefully we'll hear back soon, but These things do tend to drag on. Let's keep our fingers crossed and just focus on what we can control. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
So, how do we nail Callie down to a contract? Which screen is that? Occon's not going to sign for us. Normal 3 are going to sign for us next season. It's going to be massive.
Hey, Chief. We have a part or two ready for development because they finished research. Let's get that in motion, shall we? Head to engineering for more info.
It's a Schumacher. We are in trouble of losing both of our drivers here. Because I didn't know how to put money into the accounts quickly enough. But I suppose that is the fun. Not doing it early. It's going to be another longer duration race as this one. Thankfully it's not wet, otherwise it could take about 5 hours. Happy to get both of those race strategy events in. We'll try to do as many of these as we can. That's the first fail of the evening. Session number 5, which is I'm happy with, to be honest. In the fuel management section. Of course, do tyre management. This one's the more light. And back here. We didn't do very well there. Just the 7 of the 15. Wonder if we can cash them in. Of course, now go to qualifying.
As night falls in Singapore, the track starts.
Let's get rid of Crofty out of our area. Let's look to try and take the corner rather than the deep at turn 1. Another track with loads of walls that are close. Going back to the driver market, I'm not looking forward to the tree driving we might have to settle for next season. Certainly not going to be on the level of these. So hopefully we can get in and get out as quick as we can with all the sponsor stuff. Here to pull the in sector 3.
Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race.
Callie at the back yet. In contention for the back end of the points. That'd be good. Get on with race 18. 3/4 of the season through here. On this race. Let's see how the football went this evening. 0-0 between Port Vale and Cardiff in League One.
Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Gardens...
Did it now.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. And joining me in the commentary box once again, Naomi Schiff. Hi, Gnomes. Look, we know.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
I know what I can do as well, Jeff. Plenty of sensors around here. Didn't check the standings. Do that in the race results screen, I think. The Anderson Bridge, which isn't quite across the part of it in the early days of this Grand Prix.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
We can't, Jeff, we're the leader. We're not lapping cars. DRS is active for the race, I suppose, but Once again, our race engineer giving us false information. This engineer not giving us enough useful information. It's been the case in previous games. So you can really expand on the character that's played. Not just hire a different voice actor to read the same lines. Jeff, Mark, but either is your real name. You know what? I think he's also pulling away quite a distance from the pack. 5.5 behind us, but he's 2.5 ahead of everyone else.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Definitely that have penalties on then. On the kitchen. Well, that should have been a one. We used to go on the other side of the Anderson Bridge. Back in the days where we had the Singapore sling, which I'll point out to you. You go around one lap next time. Didn't used to have this part of the straight. It's a bit like swimming pool is Monaco.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Oh dear, I can see it's on the top right hand corner. The flash up tells me that as well. You get the Verstappen now hasn't touched the pack, although they may have gained a tiny bit on. It's fairly well. Must have got a really good start there. Didn't mention the sling. The corner. The final lap of the race.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Damage is definitely off. should have ended the race. So the simple thing was chicane we had right at the end of this mini straight. Wall on the left wasn't as far out as it is current. We go through the final couple of corners. Just let the fire off.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Get time for a drink, I think. Schumacher, driver of the day.
And another win to add to his ever-increasing tally. Here's your winner, Michael Schumacher. A show.
Give me
Well,
all the
what an end
XP.
to another fantastic week.
A little bit of damage for Callie. Ideal when we need to make some money. It's an accolade. Fan rating increased. Let's go. Don't do much for a fan rating though. Not sure how we can improve that even more.
We have something for you to look at, please.
Of course, pick up the career trophy. What do we have? Owner trainer. What's need to reduce money they're asking for? Title sponsor one might be worth doing. It's a shame we can't do that one. And loyalty for maybe getting up all or winning the race and then 100k. With our corporate workforce doing. Which is done. How do we get them to be working? That would be handy, but do with that actually, but no, we just clicked on that. Right, our sponsor, we are now almost at level 8. Definitely going to hit the season goal. 10 constructor points. Don't understand how this workforce thing works. Let's do that and do the training for it. That's the constructor's points. So we need to check actually. It costs me help. I'm just going to do those. How do we do this? I want to hire. Oh, I don't know how it's done. Shouldn't really support either of them over the other. I suppose I am going to have to pick one of the two. Let's go see if we can tie Ocon down. Don't think we'll be able to. It would be nice, but I can't do anything. Hands are tied. Actually make more sense for us to bin off working with Michael.
Great news. They've accepted that contract and signed on the dotted line. We should celebrate. And make sure we figure out how to stop any leaks about it. Nice work getting this one over the line.
So Callie has signed for us. Perfect.
Well, it looks like we've been pipped to the post by another team. They've agreed to contract. It's all locked. Hopefully you weren't too set on them. I'm sorry it's not better news, but there are other options out there.
That is fine. So we've signed Callie. Counter offer actually. Let's see if we can. Probably not best to send the counter offer actually. The annual salary plus signing bonus. The third option isn't that far away from the one on the fourth. You know what?
Okay, we've sent out counteroffer. Try not to worry. A bit of back and forth is normal. That's business after all. I'll be back if I hear anything.
Let's try it. Might be a little risky that one, but Hulkenberg isn't a bad.
I've reached out with a very early preliminary inquiry to their side.
Of course. Option of Mark Webber. You know what? Let's see if Alonso is interested. It's fine. We are well behind on that. Nothing I can do. We got Ocon to sign.
A sponsor sees potential in us and wants to explore a partnership.
Let's do it. Let's put rock on our car. I don't care if it look ugly. Just going to take some money. See, well, that's not going to look too bad. Put it on both sides. Up there. This rock there as well. Tonic. Turns out we won't see that anyway. But it'll make its money. That will do me.
Bad news, boss. It seems one of the parts we were developing has failed. We'll need to head back to the development area and try again.
Schumacher going to replace Hamilton, I wonder. Time for Kota and Callie to have her chance again. We have ourselves a spammer. What are you looking to promote? Let me guess, viewer bot. Account created 11 hours ago. Best viewers on site.com. What a tool. And what a waste of time creating an account. Well, it's inevitably be banned momentarily. We've got a sprint. We're going to have to hurry up through these sections. We may as well take the guaranteed or near guaranteed sessions. Action on my report. Wow, that was quick. I just sent it. Twitch are having none of the nonsense either. So what's that? 58 points that Schumacher leads by. Can't be far away from wrapping up the constructors. Schumacher next season. Ferrari will make it interesting. You know what? I think we're going to drive the rest of the season as Callie, seeing as he's buggered off. One of Ocon, Hulkenberg or Webber to replace him. Can't see Alonso staying in the sport. Long enough to make it worthwhile. Is Webber actually older than Alonso? That's the question. You know, I'm not sure on that answer. Webber has a few years with Fernando, but it won't be too many. And so it's what, 43, 44? Webber's in his late 40s.
Fantastic, you've got pole position.
And the problem with driving this Callie is we're going to hear her scream after she wins every race. It's not ideal.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more.
Question is, how many more sprints have I got after this? Thinking 2. Qatar and Brazil, but we shall see. Qatar and Brazil have certainly held sprints in the past. This please wait screen. Nothing worse in this game than this screen. Yeah, you will get rid of it, game.
And alongside me for the first time this season here in the commentary box.
Certainly isn't the first time you had it in the last race. You lying bugger. Like the main race. It's shorter, 3 laps instead of the 5. Pause it there. TV alerts just come up. Not what you need. Just get rid of that. Something I should have done pre-stream, to be fair. Got It'll be fine money-wise next season, I think, but it's going to be difficult with this. Schumacher directly behind the 2 Ferrari. How bad they've seen McLaren's done. The lead orange car that isn't us.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Enabled, but only if you're within 1 second of the car in front. Doesn't matter whether you're fighting the car for position or you're lapping or getting up. Leave that is going soon either next year or the year after, according to I don't know whether I've all recorded it earlier.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Careful again. Get rid of the chopper then. Don't need any more distractions. I am driving for that. We'll have another qualifying session 5-lap race around Kota. Finish this round. Momentarily. 2 purples so far with this lap. Can we make it 3? No. No, we can't. Just a green this time.
Yes, mate, I'll take that. Well done. We're really happy with the podium down here, so well done. Yes.
Right.
Yes!
Callie driver of the day. Route to another victory. Not just a podium, Jeff.
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the
Schumacher down to 7th. Unlucky pal. Right, we're doing all the part development and just sticking them on Callie's car. Michael won't be here next year. And let them run the team. Shut myself out with that pun, I think. This braking zone's going to be annoying now. The sun comes down. We nailed it then. Schumacher's got to be replacing Hamilton there. Surely. Surely not going to bin Leclerc off. Although if we take Ocon, I suppose you could. It's the Ferrari feeder team.
Yes, excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Schumacher down in 9th place. I've got a feeling we're going to need a couple of seasons of my team to get the secondary sponsors to the max. It's going to be annoying kind of want it to be one and done. As I said, we could always come back and complete my team after doing some of the other stuff. Of course, we'll need some online races to be done. Let's have a check. While waiting. 5 invitationals I need to do. I've done 1 last week.
Well, you
And I
don't
need to
need me to
participate in
remind
5
you that
online
Formula
anyway.
One is now so beloved in the United States that we race here 3 times a year. But
Too many times, Crofty.
and alongside me for this afternoon.
Let's be fair.
Okay.
It's all about getting some money in the US market and bring in sport. That's what Drive to Survive will do for you. I've seen more 6, 7 seasons, I think.
Okay, DRS is now available.
We get plenty of them. It's the first few episodes of the first series. And it just wasn't for me. But that's fine. Not everything that sport is going to be for me. Aimed at me as a Pacific audience member. Just a 30-year vet, for want of a better word, of watching F1. Of course, don't have a real life racing till final weekend of the month now. With the sport being on a summer break, but you can watch the FSRL Sundays and Wednesdays on this channel. Except for the Baku race, clashes with the 100 that I'll be at. There's a few minutes down the line there. Might want to stay on the tracks to trying to improve that way. Chopper's back. Oh, a nice little mouth. Schumacher is in orange car pack with Piastri Norris.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Our racing, what we can control. Oh, by the looks of it, not control. Ultimate lap of the race. Wide.
Final lap, final lap. Push, push.
Yes, it's the final time. Down the back straight. I think that's the team of farmers that are well ahead of Schumacher. 5th, 6th, 7th. And we have it frequent flyer, complete 50 races.
Awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Woo! Yes!
So I'm screaming down my ear. Callie also the driver of the day.
And what a win today! Here comes...
I got through that. Level 26
And with
now.
that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back.
And one for the team. Won the Constructors' Championship. 2 trophies for that race. Increasing the fan rating. So gold and a silver respectively there.
Exciting news, boss. A title sponsor is interested in working with us.
Title sponsor, you say?
Bad news, I'm afraid. They were dissatisfied with the terms we sent over.
Back into that in a minute. Did try and lowball Esteban, to be fair. Of course, I'm going to need to adapt those. That's fine, we'll adapt. Those pots there. Cost percentage is now down, so look at the counter offers. We are going to offer that. It's going to be 76% shot. The question is, of course, Charlotte's there. Hamilton is obviously retiring. Schumacher comes in as the replacement. It's fair enough. Take one of the US trophies. Claim more on the podium pass while we go. 750 Bitcoin into the account. Do any of those if we wanted, even if we wanted to.
Hey, Chief. We've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.
It's a good point, well made. We already round 20 for the first time this season. We're actually going to drive with Callie for the rest of it. So Callie is going to also drive even numbered races. Schumacher's lack of loyalty. He's still leading the title at the minute, but sorry, the title race for the minute, but that'll soon change. He's around 50 points. Do both of those. Qualifying pace. Hopefully a lot of these are shorter ones. Unfortunately, won't be able to get all of those in. I'll be able to get that 50%er in there. Practice 3. Let's get tyre management done. Hopefully we can get a clean sector and low tyre wear as well. This would be just a bonus. Oh, nailed it. 5 out of 5. Just something I can cash there in for, that'll be great. Not we're going to have 7 million waiting for next season. Which on the flip side isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, we'd be able to spend points rather quickly at the start of the season. Exactly, if you're near around here, this is round 20 of my season 1. Orange Arrows team. The drivers are Callie Mayer, you're patrolling now, and Michael Schumacher. Schumacher's ditched just to go back to Ferrari as Hamilton's retiring. So as revenge, in a way, we are going to drive as Callie for the rest of the season. Schumacher does lead the World Championship by 28 points, I think it is. We'll be looking at swapping our 2 drivers' positions and have Callie win the world title. Just knocking trophies off as part of our trophy series. That's going into tonight. We have 26 to 47 trophies required for the Platinum. And we have completed 50 races and won the Constructors' Championship during the stream.
Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Schumacher down in 6th position there. Was it close to him? One of the quicker races of the season. The 120s. A lot quicker than the 2 minutes we're doing at Singapore and Baku to start the stream. Four more rounds to go after this one though. We have Vegas, not necessarily in this order, we have Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi and Brazil.
And striding into our commentary box to join us.
Man, the myth, the legend. And I'm not sure on that one. We want Schumacher to fail and we want the Ferraris to fail. Not out of spite, of course. But definitely out of spite.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
Definitely Norris fighting over second and third. It's not a game. We're going out into the braking zone. It's now under pressure from Charles. Yeah, that's allowed Verstappen to get a gap to Lando and two Ferraris.
Great work.
Lando's
That's
going to be in
the
trouble with
fastest lap of the
DRS with
race.
that. Yep, Schumacher well clear of Piastri. As predicted, Charles is now ahead of Lando. Another A fire orange car.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
That's like the second longest straight in F1. The Baku one. And the start of the night. Got some new section. She was stayed in here after returning this century. That's the old track used to go around the outside of the stadium. We're going here.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
That's the only change. Maybe this was just the right hander at the end of the straight here. There's no chicane. And maybe one of the historians you have as part of the FLL and chat will let me know. You just straight on there on the outside of the stadium. And back. And turning this into a longer straight. There you have it. Let's go in the bag.
Yes!
Might even be Callie into the Drivers' Championship lead. 4 to go. It's going to be driver of the day.
She's won again! It's victory for Callie Mayer! Well, what a thrilling end to an Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Yep, Schumacher still leads by 16. It's going to take too many races. Till Callie's on top of the standings and won the drivers. Question is, who's going to partner her in season 2? Might be Ocon. Or will it be one of the others that we're speaking with? Of course, I'm going to collect the trophy. Running around Mexico City. Unfortunately, have ruined the aerodynamic to use morale. But we have got development for cable this way cheaper. Some you win, some you lose, obviously. take advantage of this. Yes, I am this petty. Durability I'm not fussed about. Slowly getting towards the top. Let's go and see what Hulk wants. Fun rating of 7 is going to be difficult. Definitely do the team performance. If you like getting the podium at Silverstone, you can give you a few more of those if you sign on the dotted line. Fernando wants a bigger, higher rating, less of his vehicle performance. I think we can achieve 2 top 10 finishes. Do our own development.
News. They've accepted that contract and signed on the dotted line. We should celebrate. And make sure we figure out how to stop any leaks about it. Nice work getting this one over the line.
Not a problem, boss. So there will be our driver lineup. It's Callie and Esteban Ocon.
Boss, we've got interest. There's a sponsor looking to work with us.
You know what that means? I'm running out of room on this car. It properly look like a billboard now. We'll delete that there. You can have them on the top there. They are a title sponsor. Properly look like a walking billboard.
Hey, Chief, we've finished developing a part, and it's now ready for fitting. Make sure to stop by the Assign Upgrade screen when you get the chance.
Put it on both cars. So it's Brazil first. What else we got? Some mock tiers. I know we're spending a little bit of money there, but it's going to be worth it going down the line. Not sure how we get a rivalry, to be honest, but it's fine. Let's go with Callie again. Michael doing us dirty. I'll ignore the fact that I had no money. Has improved and similar to Albine's level. It's behind Williams though. Another sprint. Practice we go. Nope, I want to do the quicker ones. It says going for a 9.5 minute. I'll leave a great deal of time for the last one. I'll leave any time for the last one. Poor time management for me there. What was 20,000 resource points? not sure whether it's better to stick all the money into departments or into the upgrades departments or into the workforce side of things. Anyway, let's not focus on that. Into sprint qualifying. Now that we've upgraded the car slightly. The problem we're going to have with that is Michael's car is going to be quicker. So was their own. He was doing it right and make our drivers. Callie, and I'd give all the upgrades to Michael. Really close together throughout the season, but look what we've done now. Still 72nd, all lap as well.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more.
Schumacher down in 10th, unlucky pal. Problem we got with Ocon is he's not very high rated on this. If I knew we'd make this much money this quickly, I'd have considered going for someone else. But again, what's done is done.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I all...
Darker car in the shade. Michael can finish where he starts, that'll be perfect. And half a gap from 16 to 8 in his favour. The last weekend video of the stream. We go up to either Aegis but either Durban. Tell whichever one the third last is.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Hopefully this is a short setup. Okay, done moves at 4. question for leaving the track if that's real life. Is the Michael making inroads?
Okay, this is your
Position-wise.
final lap of the race.
Some on the left-hand log stick pointing out left for too long there. There was a sprint win for Callie.
Yes!
And a driver there to go with it. Plenty of XP as
So
well.
with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying.
Unlucky, Michael. Get to re-sign with a Seabird have won the title. But not my problem. Let's have a secondary qualifying session for the 5-lap race. Base damage is on.
Yes, excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Jeff obviously was asleep when I hit the wall. Unless that was the excellent part. One last 5-lap race and then we'll send Reed on to a different streamer. So if we go down the following list or someone else on the game. Of course, if anyone does have any suggestions, stairway. Unlikely to have any SRL suggestions. I'm generally the latest streams in the evening.
And alongside me here today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you...
Shut up, Jeff. Oh, Schumacher, fifth. Not going to break too well on the grass stick. Might be that damage is on, but corner cutting isn't. Norris has also got Schumacher with the lead. Let's review that. Schumacher takes fifth. I don't know how I've done for everybody else to go in DRS.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Sure why I'm weaving down the straight, to be honest. It's just come out of nowhere in this qualifying and race session. It's the sprint. Oh, there's Schumacher to be fair. I said I'm doing this wrong. I should give Michael all the bad parts. He's been using across the season. Where the most worn parts are, should have been using them.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
We're going to beat that because it's not a particularly quick lap. You need to say. Ahead of our quickest laps first sector, but not the quickest in this session. Two more laps to go.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Again, not the purples for each sector, but it is for the lap in total. Verstappen now gets Russell for second. That's the purple first sector though. Shall he turn 4 to celebrate? celebrating. This should take Callie clear at the top. The Drivers' Championship. Rounds after this one.
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Providing results stay as they are, of course.
Gap to your teammate behind, 11.4 seconds.
He's old and washed, Jeff. All about the new kids on the block. Shall or throttle from here. No braking required. And another purple to finish the race with.
Yes!
Another woo yes. And that is another driver of the race to reflection.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of the...
Excitement, you say, Jeff. Don't flatter the race. So close. To get
After an
into the
event
next
like that,
XP
who
level.
knows what the sport has in store for us next time out?
It's a 5th place for Schumacher there. No damage. Perfect fan sentiment. Sorry, fan rating. Prove. Right, let's go and do that.
Sorry to disturb. Need you for a moment, please, boss?
That's not a problem, my friend. Exactly what I'm... You were so far down the list. It won't matter. Just click on that. Well done, you mug. Yes, I should do stuff like that for things I'm not doing development on. You know what? Looking to improve the loyalty with the title sponsor, so we'll do that. We're going to get a 3rd driver for next season. Of course, I'm not going to sign Hulkenberg because we've already got Callie and Ocon. Tell you what, that's not actually that bad. Might end up with 2 seasons of my team to knock everything off.
Hey, Chief. Engineering need your attention on something.
Let's do our own chassis. That.
Unfortunately, one of the parts failed during development. We'll need to revisit the development area and give it another go.
Just do that momentarily. Easy decision to make, that one. Game. The drivers that were not signed. See what that Luckenberg looks actually doable. I wonder if he'll take being a test driver for a bit. Alright, we'll start
Just a
30
reminder that you
years
can
of
upgrade our
driving.
engineering facilities if you'd like. We need to remain at the sharp end of the sport, and it'll keep my team happy. They're a fussy bunch.
Our updating engineering. I'll go through the end of the race. And speaking of events, that is the last race bits that we'll do for this week. Just want to say thank you to everybody for watching, chatting, whatever you've been doing. Even if it's just lurking in the background. My next stream will be this upcoming Sunday, round 13 of the SRL. Catch up on the first 11 races on the YouTube channel. I'll mention in a moment. Round 13 takes place at Belgium this Sunday, 9:15 UK time for that. Round 14 is on Wednesday night. That's the bit I am sure on. Oh, we've got goals in play. Do that in a moment. So round 14 takes place at Hungary. That'll also be 9:15 or so for that. We'll be back here for Trophy Hunting episode at number 90 next Thursday, 10:15. 9:15 for the SRL, Belgium Sunday, Hungary on Wednesday, Trophy Hunting episode at 90 rather, here. YouTube will get those Monday and Thursday, 1 AM UK time. Friday dinner for the trophy hunting, and for YouTube, thank you and goodbye.